What up, what up? Hi, guys. So, welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday. Of course, I'm your host, just Jocelyn. And today we are talking about one night stands. So, I'm going to give you guys a chance to come on in. Some housekeeping. If you have not yet checked out the website, it is in my bio. So, just BUTV is up and running. It is still being tweaked here and there. I'm still trying to make some changes and adjustments and still get some things added. But overall, the site is up. So the last few previous episodes are up on my website. Like I said, the website is in my bio if you want to check it out. Also, of course, they're up on YouTube as well. So that's where y'all can check out the previous episodes. Also, I'll tell y'all about the events later at the end of the show. So make sure you stay to the end or come back on the end or come back and check out the end of the show so that I can give you guys the announcements about the events that I have coming up. In the event that you haven't seen them on my page, but it's a couple other things that I haven't announced yet and I'm going to announce at the end of the show. But before we even get into all of that, I want us to talk about one night stands. So according to the poll that I put on my page, about 66% of you guys have had one night stands or would. So I want to kind of first, if anybody is interested or willing to share their experience about the one night stand, I would love to hear it. Kind of, sort of, but I will speak on open mic. Give me a minute. But for now, yes, I think it's done for the moment. Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to incorporate it into something else. But as of right now, there's no more Wednesdays at Mirage for now. But, yeah, so I want to know, number one, some of you guys that are on here right now, y'all may not have responded to the poll. So just if y'all want to give me a thumbs up or show of hands or whatever, who has actually participated in a one night stand. Right now, I'm just talking to the people who actually have done it. So, the description I use for the one night stand is basically, you know, anytime you have a sexual encounter with somebody, whether it was planned or unplanned, because I think that the definition didn't really speak on that. And sometimes people plan one night stands. You know, it's not often because most of the time it's really like a spontaneous type of situation. But there are times or instances when it could be a planned situation, like, you know, a blind date type of scenario, or somebody hooking you up with somebody, or you've been talking to them for a while, but it's just like, when I see you, I'm hitting that. And then I never do it again. So I think that the main concept behind the one night stand, or what makes it a one night stand, is more so your intention. So according to the definition, we use Wikipedia, and it was basically a sexual encounter that you have with somebody with no intent to, you know, to further the relationship. Like, I don't want to talk to you after. I don't want to be a girlfriend. There's no stipulations or expectations in regards to what we going to do after this. It's just like, we done. I came, you came, we out. You know, like, it's not a bunch of like laying around, lingering around. So I got a couple people here had one night stands. Y'all shaking y'all heads. I'm a Libra and I suck at one night stands. I'm a Libra as well, and I do admit to having one night stand. So at first I was kind of questioning mine, because I'm like, well, does it count as a one night stand if you have seen the person or talked to the person again? In my instance, you know, I have seen this person, you know, around. I have communicated with them in, you know, more ways than one. I've seen them multiple times. We've had more dealings with each other, but it still wasn't on a relationship level. You know, the person that I had my one night stand with, I just happened to meet her at a party, and she came, and then I conquered, and that was it. It's like, no. But, you know, I met somebody at a party, and, you know, we really hit it off, and it was like bomb-ass sex, but it was the first day I met her. Like, before the party, I'd never seen this girl in my life, and, you know, that was, to me, it was exciting. This was a few years ago, but it was exciting. But I talked to her, you know, again, like over time, like we communicated with each other. We've done business together. You know, I used to do her hair for a while. You know, I even met one of her girlfriends at one point. So I'm like, oh my God, this is mad weird. So I wasn't sure if she was considered a one night stand, but it's like, realistically speaking, it was. I fucked you on the first day, and then we never had sex again. And, you know, and we didn't have any type of relationship or anything. after that. So, you know, like I said, yes, put your headphones in. If you're around your kids or something, put your headphones in. Hopefully we can get real juicy on this topic. I'm definitely going to need y'all feedback because, again, like, mine is probably boring. I haven't had as many as, I don't want to say as people think I had, but I haven't had that many. So it's just like, my stories are not that interesting. So I'm going to have to kind of live vicariously through you. So what are the rules for one night stands? Okay, so this is for everybody. We have a question on Facebook asking, what are the rules for a one night stand? So I'll give my ideas, and if you guys have any feedback or anything, please feel free to comment. But I would say that, okay, first, before we go into the rules, was there any discounts involved on here? So no, I don't give discounts just because I slept with you. Because again, we weren't in a relationship. The fact that I slept with her was kind of like a moot point when I did her hair. It was just like, hey, I'm calling you about business. I'm not going to bring up the fact that we had sex before. And to tell y'all, make it even funnier, that particular story, just because we're speaking about that person, and y'all know I'm going to have to talk about the same situation because I only had one. The first time she came to get her hair done by me, she brought her girlfriend with her. So it made it even more awkward because I'm like, oh, and I was working from home and my girlfriend was there. So I'm like, I had already told my girlfriend, like, hey, by the way, I slept with this girl that's about to come get her hair done. You know, but it was just a funny story. Like, I wasn't trying to blast her, but at the time, like, I thought that made me lit. So I was like, oh yeah. And I was like, listen, she coming and she looked good as shit. So I knew that my girlfriend was going to be like looking at her just to kind of see, you know, check your references. You always want to kind of throw in there that you fuck some bad bitches in your day, no matter who you're with. It's just like, you know, I've been getting bitches before you and I'm going to get more after you. But that's beside the point. So as far as the rules, I would say, so we got Instagram saying basically don't call me after. That is obviously in most situations, in majority one night stand situations, that is the key factor. Do not call me. Most times you don't even exchange numbers. Like if it's a legit one night stand, like you out at a club or you out in Vegas or you on vacation or, you know, something like that, and somebody, you know what I mean, you just decide, listen, this person, listen, I'm trying to see what's up. We decide to have sex or whatever transpires, and that happens. I don't need to talk to you. I'm never going to see you again, or I don't have any intention on seeing you again. I just wanted to do that. Most of y'all are drunk or high, or like I say, just high on adrenaline. So I think that rule number one is don't call me after. We got we got a strong general consensus. Are we all agreeing on that? I think that's rule number one is do not call me. Don't exchange numbers. Don't do any of the above because we're not doing that. This ain't that. You know, this is not like a matchup. This is not a match made in heaven. We're not trying to establish a relationship, situationship, or any of the above. This was a one night stand. So I think rule number one, like I said, is don't call me after. And if I do see you, I might not remember you or acknowledge you. That was going to be the second one, because then it's just like, not every one night stand is, you know, like I said, of a complete stranger, or that, because it's not always a stranger, y'all. Sometimes you can sleep with somebody that you might have known for a long time, but I just didn't expect to ever sleep with you, or I just happened to fuck you that one time. Y'all got these bros and these sisters that y'all kind of did shit like that with. Y'all had one drunk night and, you know, y'all just gonna pretend it never happened. That's considered a one night stand. I made a mistake and bringing my one night stand home. Home, like moving forward, or your one night stand so happened to happen in your house. Because that's not so bad. Everybody don't want to buy a hotel, or you don't got to fuck her in a club bathroom. That's okay if you do. But in the event that you don't, you know, as long as it's not like where your wife or your, you know what I mean, your relationship lies, and you don't want to fuck the one night stand in the same bed that you're sleeping with your wife or girlfriend or whatever. But yeah, I mean, if that was the only place, it's just like, yeah, we're fucking at my crib. The party that I met this girl at was at my crib. We started at my house and we ended at her house. A one night stand shouldn't cost me a hotel and all that too. It's already costing me my freedom and my dignity. So, you know, I'm not paying for a hotel if I don't have to. Let me see, who else? Someone you don't know that you fuck when you meet them and you never talk to again. Yeah, pretty much. Let's see. So no feelings involved. That's the second one. The second one is definitely important. And that takes us back to the root of the definition where there's no expectations. So when you have sex with somebody, you do not want to, if it's a one night stand, there should be absolutely no feelings involved in this situation. I'm not thinking about you. I don't love you. I don't look at you like that. I don't even necessarily like you. I have seen you. You turn me on. And for whatever reason, at this particular time, my pussy is jumping and you're the one that's getting lucky. Period. That's it. That's all. Once you start feeling like, oh my God, I really like her. She's so cute. She's so decent. She's so nice. That's when shit gets a little out of hand. Been there too. Because the girl that I'm talking about, I really did like her. It was a one night stand. But I didn't intend to go with her. But it was just like, but damn, she kind of dope. And the pussy was so good. So it's just like, now I want to do it again. And then it's just like, damn, now I'm just kind of constricted to this one night stand situation. You know. But I'm still working on it. But it's just like, so those things can happen. But you do have to kind of go into it with the intent that this is just for now. I'm not planning to do anything. Because, you know, you don't want to put your feelings in the mix. And you don't want that other person to put no feelings in the mix either. Or you can only be responsible for your own feelings. And if you start acting like you feeling a certain way, that person is going to ghost you so bad. They're going to be so upset. You don't want to be the one night stand that somebody regrets. Because that was my other point. And, you know, that was one of the questions in the post. Some of you guys that did have one night stands, are y'all regretting it and why? Because I see somebody, when I say, yeah, they put the emoji with the hand on the head. And some of the poll responses were basically, you guys had one night stands, but y'all, they were so regretful. I don't regret my one night stand. It was great. It goes down in my, you know, my whole Hall of Fame. Like, okay, it was cool. You know, thank God I was safe. Everything worked out. You know, my pussy didn't fall off. I didn't get nobody's parents or man or girlfriend ran up on me. So I was okay. But, you know, some of y'all didn't work out like that. Y'all was in some other shit. Yeah, don't shit where you eat. I like that. So they're saying the one night stand shouldn't come home with you. I mean, I feel like if you have like a bachelor pad or something like that, it's just like, I'm not, if I got like a whole house, like, it's just like, this is where I fuck all the bitches. I'm not taking you to a hotel where, I mean, I fuck in my car. I seen somebody said that. My car used to be my favorite spot. Damn, wait, does that second one count? Okay, so we got to get into, I'm going to ask y'all if this second one counts as a one night stand, because I don't know. It might. But I didn't like, we'll get to it. Do you think social media made one night stands easy or one night stands easy today? I feel like one night stands are just that. I can't say that social media made them worse or easier or more. Like, I just feel like it depends on the person. If somebody wants to sleep with you, it don't matter whether they met you on Instagram, they met you at a party, they met you at the gas station, they met you at the clothing store. They can meet you in Victoria's Secret buying clothes for another bitch, and they will still fuck you if they want to. So I feel like that's just an adult rite of passage. Like, most adults, they just do it if they want to. Because, I mean, relationships have always been a thing. So I don't want to make it seem like now people are more relationship driven. Or now people are more free, you know, free with their sex. Because I feel like that's always been a thing. It really just depends on who you are and what your preferences are. What areas or what things you'll be more keen to noticing. Like, if you're not on that type time, then you won't even recognize the signs when somebody's throwing a pussy at you because you're so focused, or you're such a square, or you're so focused on, no, I'm gonna have sex when I'm married, or I only have eyes for my girlfriend, or I only have eyes for my husband. I would never do such a thing, because there are people that's just like, oh no, I would never. That's so disgusting. That is horrible. I'm good. I just want to be in a relationship. I'm not so careless with my body. And some people, on the other hand, is just like, listen, I'm gonna do what I need to do when I need to do it. I'm not really kind of waiting for what? Like, sex is sex, you know. So some people are just more free with their bodies. So I don't think it's really like dependent on the time. Now, social media can add a factor in regards to how accessible people are, but you still got to get them to you into your bed or into your whatever. So you can slide in somebody's DMs all day, all night, but you still got to have that link up. Still has to happen, and that's more planned. And it could be a planned one night stand, like I said, but it is more of a planned out situation. If you know what I mean, you slide into somebody's DMs, you can't meet somebody on Instagram, literally. Like, Instagram is not a place. You still have to kind of cultivate a relationship in order to get that person from being a figment of your digital imagination to being a real person where it's tangible, where you can touch them, fuck them, kiss them, and lick them. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, Spice Gang fucked up one night stands. So Spice Gang, I don't know a lot about. I never been on Spice Gang. I know that there's a lot of groups on Facebook and stuff like that, and chats and shit like that. But I don't know. I still like, is Spice Gang like Backpage? Now, if you paying, now that's totally different. I feel like that's a different area, and that doesn't count as a one night stand. That counts as a transaction, and I do need to separate the two. So if we're speaking of somebody that you have paid in any form of currency to have sex with you, I don't think that counts as a one night stand. It might be somebody you had sex with twice, but it's more so of a business transaction than it would be a one night stand. A one night stand still has to be mutual and between two parties, and it's just like, I'm fucking you because I want to. Not because I'm broke, not because you're paying, not because it's my job, because I want to and you want to, so this is what we're going to do. I hope I don't also have to elaborate and go into the fact that rape doesn't count. I'm not, knocking anybody or encouraging anybody. However, that doesn't count either. We talking mutual consenting adults deciding to have sex with each other, whether it be on the first day they met or whatever, but just one time. If you want to air out your partners, go to Spice Gang. Yeah, no, I don't want to air out nobody. Fucking Tom, Dick, and Harry, Keisha, Kelly, and Kim. No, I don't. Let me see. Nobody's regretting theirs. That's good. Then that person fucked up. It was supposed to be only one night. Pretty much. Y'all are saying basically what happens if the other person catches feelings. Catch feelings and you're going to be shit out of luck. That's pretty much how that goes. It's not sad to say, I don't feel sorry for anybody that decides to have a one night stand and then they get their little feelings hurt because they thought that this was going to be love at first sight. You have to be very clear on your intentions. Once again, when you going into a one night stand, like there's a split time frame second where it's just like, oh shit, I'm about to do this. And this is it. Like, this is it. Tomorrow, I'm going to wake up and either pretend that this never happened. I'm going to forget that this ever happened. Or I'm going to move on with my life as if this never happened. But it's going to happen right now. Because right now, I'm in the moment and I'm doing it. But you know what you're doing. You know that this is like, fuck it. Some of y'all had one night stands taking one for the team. Listen, you was in a group of friends. Every friend matched up with a bitch or with a nigga. Y'all know how that goes. It's just like, look, there's 6 of us, there's 6 of them. Any, many, mighty, mo. Look, you got to jump in. Whoever wins, whoever get the baddest ones, then that's who get the baddest ones. But if you get stuck with one, you damn sure not fucking her no more. You're not calling her. You're not talking to her. You're not doing any of the above. It's just like, I'm cool, off you. But I had to do it for my homies, Me personally, that wasn't my experience. But I know people that have that experience. And that is a lot of people's situations, especially when you go talking about like vacations or like when you're in a group of friends and stuff like that. Peer pressure is just like, oh, everybody's around and we all we all gonna grab a bitch or whatever. But again, if you had to pay, again, I don't care what form of currency it was. If you had to pay for that pussy, you did not have a one night stand. You just tricked on a bitch. And that's okay. We could talk about tricking on another day. Because, listen, it ain't tricking if you got it. And, the bitches got to get their money somehow, some way. So I ain't hating on either situation. But you just got to understand what you did and what you didn't do. Because one night stands is more so like you have more control over it. You know what I'm saying? Has anybody watching this live ever got their relationship fucked up because of a one night stand? Good question. So any of you guys ever been in a situation like that? Where, y'all had a one night stand? Basically, it sounds like, you were in a relationship and you decided to be a cheater for one day or, one situation. And we just talked about cheating 2 weeks ago. So I guess one night stands count for that. But it's just like you brought that on yourself. But again, even with the cheating topic, it's just like people cheat for different reasons. And listen, if I've been without sex for a long time and I come across a situation in which I'm going to get my shit relieved, guess what? Unless, like this other person said, shout out to Jamal, unless you don't get caught. My view is, if you don't get caught, it never happened. Anybody, I don't care. I'm single, so I can say that. And I'm going to be single for a long time, so I'll stand by it. And anybody that I already dated, it's just like, well, doesn't matter. You can't cross-reference at this point. As far as you know, I never did anything. But I didn't. But I'm just saying. But yeah, like, that's a whole totally different situation. So when you don't get caught, it's just like, but I think that on the flip side to not getting caught, it can ruin your relationship on several different levels. So how about we're talking about possibly some of you guys may have cheated, or even if you were on a break, because I'll give y'all the break. Y'all love going on a break or whatever. Or again, you cheated on your bitch or your nigga or whoever for whatever reason, whether it was lack of sex or you just were in the moment. This person just looked so good you couldn't resist them or whatever the case. And you decide to get jiggy or freaky with somebody, you know, in a very spontaneous manner. What if you don't get caught, but now all you can think about is that other person? Because if their sex is better than your current partner, you're going to have that person on your mind. It's going to bother you. It's going to stress you out. Like, I know, like, that's real movie-like, but it happens in real life. Like, people are sleeping with their... Even people, let's think about how you see on movies, like where the woman slept with the pool guy or the milkman or some shit like that. And now it's just like, damn, every time I fuck my husband, all I'm thinking about is when this nigga was dicking me down. So it could help, but it could ruin a relationship too. Because, I mean, you go home one day with that just jostling on your face. I don't know how you're going to make it through the rest of this marriage, relationship, friendship, whatever you call yourself having, because it's going to be very, very difficult. And every time you see me or hear my name or think about me or whatever, how does that work? So, yeah, so that's basically what I'm saying. Like, if it's so good, if that one night stand, because that's the only thing that will make me regret a one night stand if it's not good. Like, damn, I put this all on the line for some whack ass sex. It's just like, god damn. But if it's good, then it's just like, you gotta want more. I don't even want a relationship, but I want more. Like, I want more of that. All of that, whatever I got the first time, I want some more of that. So if it's a case where you were in a relationship and you decided to venture out, then that makes it even worse, because it's just like, damn, what you gonna do? Because you ain't got that at home. No matter how you slice it, you ain't getting it at home. I don't do good with lies. I will tell on myself. Same. I don't lie, period. I just don't say shit. I don't say a motherfucker. Listen, I don't do nothing wrong. So stop. I feel like I be feeling attacked when y'all say certain stuff. I be trying to make sure I don't, you know, incriminate myself. So no, but I don't lie. Don't ask me shit. Or you got to ask me a specific question. Specific, very specific. Specificity is the key. Because if you don't get specific, then you ain't going to know shit. But what I tell you, what you asked, that's what I told. But yeah, if it was good, I just feel like that can cause problems. Like, to answer your question, I feel like that can cause problems for your relationship. What's the one night stand go-to spot? What do you mean? Like, are we talking about as far as like places to fuck? Because I feel like that's anywhere. Because the whole point of a one night stand is supposed to have a sense of spontaneity. So it has to be really spontaneous. It can't be so planned out. Now, granted, there's all the little, you know, just hop on Hotwire and grab a hotel room or a motel or a Holiday Inn, whatever you want to do. But I mean, listen, I'm all for the back seat of the car, the front seat of the car, the hood of the car, you know, the park, the bathroom at the fucking Fat Tuesdays. Like, I mean, it is what it is. Like, whatever. It's supposed to really be wherever it goes down. But if I gotta go back to your crib, I'm probably a little bit more nervous to go to somebody else's crib than I would be to go to my crib. And that's just me, because you have control over your situation. If you're in a relationship or whatever, you know, okay, damn, clearly we can't go to my crib. But I would be so scared to go to somebody else's house or whatever, because it's a one night stand, you don't really know their situation. Like, you might have a conversation with them like, hey, are you single, married, what's your relationship status? But again, if I'm thinking about just fucking you right now and I don't care what's going to happen tomorrow, I don't care about your relationship status. That might just be me. But if I'm honest, I'm not thinking that far into it. I'm not like, oh, well, you know, what's this, and that. But I would be just conscious about going to somebody's house, just because I'm paranoid. And I don't want nobody, like I said, I don't want nobody boyfriend or husband kicking in the door. I don't want nobody's girlfriend or wife kicking in the door. I don't want nobody's parents busting in the door on me. Like, that whole thing, I don't want. So I would be a little skeptical. Only because of my safety. But as far as getting my nut off, we're going to fuck wherever. Like, wherever I'm ready. When you ready, you ready? I'm ready? Okay, cool. We out. And that's it. That's all. Park at Penn's Landing. Oh, you saying with the old hotel in West Philly, Blue Moon? Yeah, see, I always thought of those to be like the smoker joints. Like, I thought that those were where you like, right, by the hour. See, I never been to one of them joints, but I always thought of it more so like, that's where the tricks go. That's how I look at it. If we going somewhere where you got to pay by the hour for the hotel, then I'm charging you by the hour too. Listen, past life, I'm not going to hold you. But if that's the type of time we on, like you're cutting a check. This is not a romantic situation, because my whole thing is if I'm fucking you because I'm so attracted to you that it's so impulsive that I can't hold myself, can't control myself. I can't wait. I don't want to meet you, talk to you on the phone. I'm not trying to go on 3 dates before I finally get the pussy. I want it today. Then I'm not lining all that extra shit up. I'm not lining all that up. So it's going to be really on site. It's really like on site. Like I said, the situation that I had, the two, because I think I might have had 1.5. I'm going to give myself 1.5 one night stands. The two that I had, the one that I had was we met at a party that was at my crib. We started at my crib and we ended at her crib. The second one, it was right in my car. Like, what's up? What's up? Like, yo, we doing this or what? I'm not waiting to drive nowhere. I'm not going to no hotel. I'm not paying this extra money. Why invest? Because that's an investment. That's an investment. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not investing. I don't care if the hotel is $69, $89, $99, $109. I don't want you to wait. If that's the case, you might as well just pay me. But I don't want to do that. You don't gotta do that. You got a car. I got a car. I want to fuck right now, because then what's going to irk me is the fact that we still got to drive to the hotel. Then we got to check in. Not to mention, I don't want nobody to see me with your ass. Whether I'm single or not, whether you're single or not, I'm not. This is not that. You see what I'm saying? It's all about the stipulations. All those things matter. All those things matter on how to successfully execute a one night stand. Once you start running into people that you know, what the fuck is the odds that you go down to the Marriott downtown and you see 3 people that you went to high school with, or this one girl that's always following you on Instagram? It's just like, now she done see me with you. Now motherfuckers just gonna assume that you my bitch or you my nigga, or we go together or we talking or something. Next thing you know, it's just like, damn, you seen Jocelyn with such and such. I think she talked to what you call him. Or they want to come speak to you. Now I gotta introduce you. Or you standing here and I gotta talk to them like you're not standing there, like you're a fucking figment of their imagination. They gonna be looking like, well, damn. So now I gotta be like, oh, hey, TT, this my friend Sean. It's just like, you ain't my friend shit. You're nobody. You are nobody. You're nobody. And I'm nobody to you. So if we see some of your people, I don't want to meet them either. Because, again, this ain't that. This is not that. Period. So once you start getting into all those let's go to public places and let's go out to eat and no. If you're hungry after a one night stand, y'all need to get Uber Eats. Y'all need to go to Chinese store. Y'all need to, you need to make me a Hot Pocket. Or, I'm out. I'm going to get something to eat on my way home. Because, again, another thing, typically one night stands don't always end up in a sleepover. Sometimes they do. And I don't think that that's necessarily like a no-no. And a sleepover doesn't necessarily negate it as being a good thing, because sometimes it's just based on the time frame. If it's just like, if I got to your house at 4:30 in the morning, I've been fucking you till 6, I'm going to lay down. And when I wake up at 9:30, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I am going. I gotta go. I gotta go. But, if this happens at like 11, 12, and you could bust that nut and you not dead tired, you out. For sure I'm out. But if I'm dead tired, I'm falling asleep. I'm not gonna cuddle with you. I ain't cuddling. I'm not cuddling. I'm not cuddling with you, but I will lay down and fall asleep. Because my whole thing is, if it's that good, I should fall asleep. If I'm going in a one night stand, I'm going all out. Bitch, I'm pulling out all the stops. I'm busting 6 nuts. Pop, pop, like they coming out. And I'm gonna lay down. Excuse me, do you have any water? Could you get me a water? Could you get me a bottle of water? Thank you. I'm drinking my bottle of water. I'm probably drunk or something. Got a Motrin? Give me a Motrin. So when I wake up in the morning, I'll be fresh, refreshed, and ready to go. I'm going to go home and wash away all my sins. And I'm never going to talk to you again. That's the ideal way that's supposed to go down. But, Better eat when you get home. Yeah, because see, everybody ain't trying to come up with no Hot Pockets, no oozing noodles, no little... I'm not making you shit. If it ain't a Snickers bar or something on the side of my bed, you fucked. You better go to sleep. That's better than my grandpa. Yo, who said that? He said, shit, you out when I'm all done. I got to be up and out. Listen, and that's what I'm saying. It really depends on the situation, circumstance. Like I said, my first situation, I did technically sleep over, but it was like really late. And I woke up in the morning like, oh shit, gotta go. But thanks. Thank you, because this was great. Very nice to meet you. I gotta go. But overall, yeah, you don't gotta sleep over. Bust your nut and get the fuck out. But, I mean, even, and I don't know, some of y'all might not have that repetitive nut thing going. Me, personally, I'm busting off. Like, I'm not wasting my time just for one nut. Now, that's going to be, like, it's kind of counterproductive. It's just like, damn, I did all this and I only bust one time. Now, if you one of those one and done people, then you know your limits. I know my limits. And I'm going to need a couple so that this could be worth my time, worth my efforts, worth the drive, worth the gas. Worth the 2 drinks that I brought you. I don't know what could have transpired, but I'm going to get mine. All of it. My homegirl told me she had one and he brought his alarm clock. Ooh! Yes. I mean, where you got to take your alarm? You got a phone? Take your phone and you listen, I'm out of here. Because even if I do fall asleep, I'm waking up at 2:30, 3 o'clock like, oh! Gotta go. You make up whatever excuse you want or none. Nice to meet you. Gotta go. So... that's my take on one night stands. Do y'all have anything else I want to say? Because I was supposed to be doing 2 topics. I forgot. I didn't forget. I just didn't put it in the flyer. But, I mean, I don't know. What was y'all one night stand experiences like? Because mine was like a little low-key boring. I feel like I need to have another one in my later times. Because I wasn't super young when I had mine. How old am I now? The one night stand I had was like 5 years ago. So I was in my late 20s. I was still pretty, coherent. And I'm a lot more experienced now, hint, hint, if you're watching. But, either way. And then the half of one I had, that was more recently than it should have been. But that one goes off the books. That's a half of one that's not on the books. But, I mean, I just want to know, like, some other people's experience because I just feel like we covered everything as far as the rules. She said, child, mine turned into an 8-month situation. See? You done fucked that up. But been there. I know somebody that thought that they was going to have me as a one night stand. Like, yo, I had 2 people say that to me. Like, yo, I thought I was just going to fuck you in it. You thought. Like I said, you can't take that just Jocelyn home on your face. It's going to fuck your life up. It will. It really will ruin your life. So don't. Just don't. I'm going to tell anybody, don't fuck with me if you're not trying to get your life ruined. I'm not it. I'm not here for it. Let me see. Bitch, this half though. They said explain the half because I'm confused. I need y'all to stop asking about the half because that was supposed to be off record. I said I got one. I had one full one night stand. The half goes a little something like this. Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen child. So the half is basically somebody that I did know, but that I didn't have no business dealing with. And they kind of sort of gave me a hit in my car. And then that was it. But it was only one time. And then I sent them home. And I went to do the rest of the stuff that I did for the day. Yeah. So the half, the half counts, but it doesn't count. It only counts based on most of the stipulations. But that's also something. See, I have a problem clearly with not talking to nobody again. But I feel like if I talk to you prior to that, like if we've spoke, not talked to like dated, but I'm saying like if I've had prior communication with you and I've known you before that, then it's just like, well, how can I not? I don't know what else to say. But it did happen and it only happened one time, so it still counts. That's why I said it counts as a half. It counts as a half because it only and I didn't get it wasn't a full I did bust twice, but it wasn't a full on blowing. I look at like a full situation. Like even somebody that just gave me head, even if they just a body, I don't count them as a body. I count them as a half. If all I did was just get topped off, that don't count. That's a half. That's a half. If nothing else transpired from that, but my one night stand, he was trash, and then we woke up and he wanted to get to know me, take me to breakfast. do the most. I was literally drunk throwing up before we even did anything. Oh, damn, Gina. I don't know. Don't take me to breakfast. I don't want to go anywhere. Especially if the sex was trash. If the sex was good, that's probably how Coco ended up in that 8-month situation. Because, again, like I said, it can happen. It can happen where it's just like, yo, that shit was all. I'm ready to risk it all. And y'all literally will risk it all for that shit. Risk it all. So I think that's why, those things can happen. Yeah, see, y'all agree with me that doesn't count. My one night stands hated me. I think I should have clarified. Yeah, I don't think nobody hates me. I try to keep all my bases covered, but I just feel like the half John, I feel like she's somewhere like thinking about me. I don't know how long, like, you know what I mean? She was, you get that. Y'all know y'all get that upper lip sniff, and it's just like, damn, man, that shit was all that. And it's just like, now you can never have any more. So you just put it in your archives. And I think those are the things that you use in order to not allow a one night stand to ruin your relationship. Those are the things you put in your archives when you're like masturbating, or, when you're in a situation or you're having sex where it's not as appealing for you as you would like it to be. And then, now you got something in your brain to go off of. She probably thinking cuss her ass don't count. No, she does count. Like I said, she just counts as a half because she only gave me head. That's the only reason I said that she don't count. Because she only gave me head, and it was like quick in my car. Like if we were like in a relationship or something, it's just like, all right, that was some real quick head. But like to count it as a one night stand, it wasn't as exciting. It was exciting. It was invigorating, and it was great, and it was some good ass head, by the way. So I was a little salty, like, damn, I could have got this at least a couple more times. But I didn't have no business being in this situation with you in the first place. So fuck it. That's why I say I only had one. I don't think the halves count. Yeah, they don't. I have a one night stand that used to try and get it again, and I used to be like, nah, that's not gonna work. But pretty much because it's just like, well, what the fuck are we doing? If we're not a one night stand, then what are we? Unless you want to be like consistent, like fuck buddies or friends with benefits or something. Some of those things can happen, and you can develop those type of relationships. But overall, like on my initial plan was, yes, it didn't have anything to do with getting to know you. But like I said, the 1.5 one night stands that I had, they were both good. And if I had the chance, I would fuck both of them again. The half one, I would actually fuck her, like, is there more to this? I want to see what else you got. Because you did pretty good, with the head part. So it's just like, I would love to see, what more is behind, the action. I know you got something else in there. So that's how I would take it. But at the same time, you just kind of got to take shit for what it is. And understand, like you said, somebody asked what the rules of the one night stand are. It's just like, listen, it was what it was. And you just got to kind of just keep it in your archives. Like I said, I kind of was like, listen, I just got to keep this shit in my archives. At least I know that it happened. It wasn't a figment of my imagination. That actually happened. And I just have to carry it with me through my days. Other than that, I can't. There's nothing else I can do. So that don't work either. I had a nigga tell me don't catch no feelings, and was the first one to get mad when I said I was fucking someone else, that I'll hit him up when I was done. Yeah, listen, sometimes you do have to get ignorant, because people will kind of like insert themselves in a situation. Like I said, even with the same example, when somebody thinks it's going to be a one night stand, or in your head it was a one night stand, but they want more, or the sex was so good that now they want to force themselves on you, you got to kind of, just like we was talking last week about boundaries, you got to be real stern in your approach, because depending on how you react to that person, you will be in an 8-month relationship, just like Coco said. Like, it can happen. If you don't be real stern and you let this nigga call you, if you give him your number, you already technically broke rule number 1 of one night stand. So that's how I felt about the one that I had. I'm just like, well, I fucked on the first date, but she gave me her number. I didn't steal it out of her phone or no shit like that. So then it's just like, okay. And, what are we going to do here? But I was like, oh, but I don't think we're like actually about to talk. So, it didn't really go there. It didn't become that. So it was just like, oh, I guess it counts as a one night stand then, because I fucked you one time and you never gave it to me again. You don't call me, you don't text me, we don't hang out, we don't go on dates. So it's just like, whatever. And now here we are 5 years later. If we do it again, do it count as another one night stand? Is it just like a revisit? Is it like a checkup to confirm that, the shit's still good, or see what you learned in these years since it's been a break, since it's been a while? But, that's neither here nor there. I think if I got 8 good, they would need a restraining order. Oh, shit. Against you? Oh, so you one of those. I know not to fuck you, because you seem like you're going to be acting crazy on somebody. Don't be crazy off no one night stand. Do not allow a one night stand to drive you nuts, okay? Please don't be that person. Even if you think you like them, you're better off just telling somebody you like them. Like, hey, I know this is supposed to be a one night stand, but, and then again, it's on them. It's their responsibility to respond to you properly and say, hey, I know you're sitting here about to say that you like me and this and this and that, but I'm not trying to do all that. But it was nice to meet you, and I gotta be firm, I gotta be stern. If you gotta lie or whatever, then do that. But you have to be completely honest with the person, because if not, like I said, if you allow them to kind of just let their feelings kind of go into play, then you're gonna be in a relationship or a situationship or a fuck ship or whatever. And unless that's what you're trying to do, you're gonna need to cut it short right away. But if the sex was good and it's a situation that you can maintain, rock out. Because one night stands aren't bad, but sometimes they do develop into, like, sometimes the person that you had the one night stand with might be like some of the best sex you ever had. And it's just like, yo, I still don't want a relationship. I'm not ready to do that right now. But that was some bomb ass sex. Our sexual chemistry was all that. And I would like to fuck you on a more regular basis. Is that possible? Come up with a little agreement. Listen, don't call me, don't text me. Just text me when you're trying to fuck, and that's it. We might be able to link for some drinks once in a while or something random. Nothing, real. But listen, you just never know. It depends. But if it was good, now I wouldn't just say cheat yourself out of good sex just because, just on the strength to try to make a point. If that shit was good, I like more. Please and thank you. Not neglecting myself and my needs. Why would I cheat myself out of some bomb ass sex? Especially if you don't have any lined up confirmed. So this is more so for the single people. I'm not talking about the people that risk their whole relationship for one night stand. Don't do it. Unless, because there's always stipulations. There's always an unless. Unless this is somebody you can kind of merge into. Because a lot of times when y'all be trying to have these threesomes and y'all be presenting them to y'all girlfriends or boyfriends like, babe, let's have a threesome. It's 9 times out of 10 somebody you already fucked. Or somebody you've been wanting to fuck for a long time. So it's just like, let's just do this then. So shout out to any of the females that's out here being solicited for threesomes, or anybody that's in a relationship and somebody's like trying to tell them, hey babe, let's have a threesome, and I already got somebody in mind. It's probably because I already fucked her, or I want to fuck her. Because if I'm being honest, the day that the girl that I had my one night stand with, if she would have been with the shits, me and my girlfriend would have took her down to the ground for sure. So that can sometimes work, and it does have its benefits. But that's only if that's what you're trying to do and that's what type of time you want. So if not, but those things can happen. But if you're single and they're single and it's like it was a mutual thing, not like, oh, the sex was so bomb to you, but they're like over you, but if it's mutual, like, damn, that shit was good. High five for you. Fucking go, girl. That shit was all that. I didn't know you had it in it. I didn't know you had it in. Y'all wasn't expecting that blazer to put that on me like that. You know what I mean? Like when you walked in looking like that, I didn't really expect for that to transpire. But since it did, it was just like, damn, shorty, when can we do this again? So you might want to set up some type of parameters in regards to that and kind of move forward. But other than that, you don't have to necessarily deal with that person or interact with them at all after that. So I want to talk to the people just before we get out of here. Some of the people that do not and have not and say they would not do a one night stand. I want to know why. Some of y'all looking real freaked out like y'all really would. But I feel like based on my poll, there were people that said that they haven't or that they would not. And that's who I want to talk to. Like, that's what I want to know. Like, why? What are some reasonings, excuse me, or even if you have, but you feel like you wouldn't never do it again. Because I had a couple of those in my DMs too. Like, yeah, I did, but I'll never do it again. Or it was when I was younger. What are the basis behind not doing it again? Like, why not? I'm about to start booking. Let me see here. If it's good, I don't think I can handle just walking away. I would consider us fuck buddies. For real, that's what I'm saying. You just got to be upfront with your approach. Be very direct with what it is that you want. And just follow the rules. If y'all establish the rules together, it's just like, why not? So, you said, BJ, I'm a Libra and I'm all in or I'm all out. So am I. I got to continue because you can't keep throwing Libras in here because we are typically like relationship form people. But at this place in my life, I'm also a very, very, very selfish driven person. I'm trying to be more selfish these days. And if I want to fuck, I'm fucking out. But I don't want a relationship. I know I don't want a relationship. But I'm not going without good sex if I want some. No. If I know a bitch that's going to fuck me good and she ain't going to want to be my girlfriend, I'm on it. For sure, I'm on it. If the sex is mutually great, and I'm as attracted to you as you are to me, and you don't have no feelings for me, and I don't have no feelings for you, but I know for sure that anytime we link, the sex gonna be bomb. I'm busting off crazy, vibes gonna be cool, and I can go about my business and not talk to you for another week or two. I'm probably gonna consider that as an option, but that's just where I'm at today in my life. You know, if you asked me last year, or probably if you asked me next month, because I am a little thrown off, I might be in a different space. But as of effective immediately, currently, oh, for sure, I'm with it. I'm definitely with a fuck buddy. I've been all in and all out, and I've stayed with people whose sex was boring or whack or not as great. I've chased around somebody that had bomb ass sex solely because their sex was all that, and it's just like, damn, they don't even want a relationship, but I want to fuck, and I don't know how this is gonna work in between. So, you know, I've been on all sides of it, honey. So, I mean, I can speak from experience on all levels, but I've also had one night stands with people that I would not be opposed to having sex with again. So, it's just like, you gotta kind of weigh your options. See what you want. Just be clear and be sure about what it is that you want out of everything. But if you know, like you say, you're all in or all out, so you probably need to stay out. Because you're going to get your feelings hurt by a bitch that's trying to have a one night stand. Now, if y'all end up in a relationship, then it was never that. You just were out here seeking a relationship and y'all just happen to have sex on the first date. Which is different. I don't know if I specified that. But sex on the first date and a one night stand is not the same thing, guys. It's two different things. First date sex means that there's a second date and a third date in a continuous situation. One night stand is just that. One night only. This is all you get. That's all you get. That's all you got. That's all there's ever going to be. So y'all just got to know the differences. And clearly I'm getting sick, so I do apologize for all my stupid coughing. But so nobody wants to own up to saying, don't make me pull out my poll results. Nobody wants to own up to saying that they never have or never would have a one night stand. Because I can't think, I want to know like the reasonings behind why you guys are saying no. Do I look at a one night stand different? Different than what? Yeah, I'll look at it like that. And like I said, like I feel like only way for me to attach myself to a one night stand is if the sex is bomb. Other than that, like I don't care about the rest. Because if they were such a good person, or they were so nice, or they were so pretty, or their vibe was so dope and this and that, then it wouldn't have been a one night stand. It would have been like, oh, I'm trying to date her. Oh, this is somebody I want. And like I said, it might have just been sex on the first date. But a one night stand is solely sexual. That's the whole premise of it. It's sexual only. You don't have any intent. You don't even look at them any type of way except for, yo, whether it be her ass is fat, she kissed me, her sex appeal is crazy, she smell good. Listen, I've had sex with people because they smell good. Smells is a big thing. She smelled so good, she kept looking at me. Look, she grabbed on me. I was drunk. I was on, y'all be on Molly's, ecstasy. I don't fucking know what y'all be doing. But you did it, and that was done. But it's just solely, you just look at it sexual only. I have had two, and they was bad. See, you had some fucked up experiences. That's why you trying to be in a relationship with everybody. You need to just figure out, it's all about the sexual chemistry. And that's me with sex, period. If the chemistry ain't there, then the sex is going to be whack. I don't care what you look like. How cute I thought you was. Because some people are cute to look at. Some people are great to be in a relationship with. But they're not good with sex. Sexual chemistry is totally different than any of those other factors. Granted, it's important in a relationship, but it's not like they don't go hand in hand. Because sometimes even your attraction to somebody doesn't match up to their sexual chemistry. You could be like, damn, she's so cute, she's so pretty, she's drawing me in, but then when we have sex, just like, you just not getting it. Like, we're not meshing well. Like, you don't really understand how my body moving. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going this way and you going that. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Damn, you so fucking pretty, you can't even fuck. Like, that's a waste of my time. Now you irritating me. And no, I don't want you no more. I don't care. Let somebody else have your cute, dumb, non-fucking ass. Because I don't want you. So, I do think that chemistry is the major key when it comes to sex. But that's just me. If y'all don't agree, please feel free to tell me what y'all feel like the major key is. But that's really what it would have to be for a one-night stand. If it was bad, trash, it's just like, I'm not getting that far. You know, unless you're like sloppy drunk. Then it's just like, oh my God, what the fuck did I do? And I don't know. I guess for the guys, sometimes it could be a little different. Because y'all just be dicking bitches down. But, like, what if she can't suck dick or something? Like, what is just like, damn, like, God damn. You can't throw it back. You can't ride. You can't do nothing. You just here. I'm not having no one night stand with no bitch that's laying like this. Like, I feel like I'm fucking a dead body. Like, bitch, wake up. What are you doing? Come on. Let's get into it. So, this is a juicy topic because you haven't drunk that much water. Yeah, I don't... I didn't have no water, and to be honest, I was trying to keep this out the camera, but this is what I drank right before the show, which is probably why I have the energy that I do have. But, yeah, and I didn't have no water. Now that you said that, I'm fucking thirsty as hell. But the show's almost over, so it doesn't even matter. But, yeah, so as far as, like, that's how I feel about the one-night stand situation. I feel like anybody that hasn't, I'm not saying you should do it before you die or anything like that, but give it a try. Like, I mean, you want to be safe and be careful. And I'm not saying be responsible. We're all adults. So some things I feel like goes without saying. But I'll say them anyway just because y'all be needing extra instructions. Y'all need specific instructions and direction. Of course, be safe. Protect yourself. Use whatever contraceptives that there are available in your line of fucking. You know, just be safe. Be careful. Don't just be super random. However, don't cheat yourself. You know, I'm a firm believer of... get what it is that you want. You know, don't be cheating yourself because it might be frowned upon by society or, oh my God, what's my friends going to say or whatever. Child, your friend's going to be all ears, period. Think I'm like, oh my God, girl, are you serious? Sometimes you might want to keep the names out. Names and faces are never a good idea, but it could be very generic. Like, oh my God, bitch, I met this fucking guy at the club. He was tall, dark skinned, and he fucked the shit out of me in the damn... Wendy's bathroom. Like, oh my God, that was so decent. And then I never talked to him again. And, you know, some of y'all might be like, oh my God, she's a whore. But it's just like, you're so mad because you didn't get dick down like I did. Aha. And you've been fucking the same nigga with the limp dick for however many months or years or whatever. So, you know, you pick and choose your battles. I have a person I'm interested in, but because of how I am, it freaks me out. I'm in a relationship, so I don't know how I would act, but I have an idea. Right, don't knock it till you try it. Pretty much. I would say if you're interested in somebody, then what exactly are you waiting for? If you're in a relationship, then it sounds like you already have your mind made up that you want to fuck this person or you want to let them fuck you. Either way, get to it. What are you waiting for? There's nothing to it but to do it because, again, that's where the chemistry is going to come in. You just have to kind of be in the presence of that person and see if y'all hit it off. If y'all don't, then it sounds like y'all need to be friends and you need to keep fucking your nigga or your bitch. But, you know, if it works out, then, you know, you might have to kick James' ass to the curb. So, that happens. I done snatched my damn earring out. But anyway, I want to make sure that I get to all of y'all comments because I was kind of skipping over some. I'm sorry. Hey. But anyway, other than that, because we're at the end of the show, and I think that y'all gave me all of y'all information. Her energy makes my nerves so bad. Why? Okay, that's separate. Sounds like you need to DM me if you need some private one-on-one counseling or consultation. We can talk about this later. But as far as the one night stands, I just say, like somebody on Instagram said, don't knock it till you try it. And if all else fails and you're not interested, don't judge other people. Don't judge people. Don't stand down your friends. Don't make people feel bad. Don't talk shit. Because you're low-key hating, especially if you've never done it before. And if the only time you did it, they were bad experiences, just like you're just upset that it didn't work out for you the way it worked out for me. But I definitely encourage you guys to all try it at least once, you know, and if it make you feel better, do it while you're on vacation or do it, you know what I mean? But just be safe. Of course, be safe, protect yourself at all costs, but enjoy. Listen, I say enjoy life, enjoy your body, be free with yourself. Don't be so, you know, some of y'all just sitting around fucking the same person every single day for the rest of your life, knowing that the sex is wet. If you don't want to have a one-night stand, I'm not encouraging you, especially if you're in a relationship. Okay, well then make sure y'all just keep a spicy sex life. Be with somebody that has good sexual chemistry with you, or try to increase the excitement of your sexual habits, because sex is important. Although people don't want to say that sex is the major key of everything, but sex is very, very important to relationship, to human nature. Fuck that. Even if you're single, you need to have sex at least at some point on your body gonna need to bust off regularly, and masturbation only do but so much. I feel sorry for y'all over here just playing with yourself all day every day. I got lube for days and vibrators and rabbits and this. That's so sad. You guys to get you some, honey. You need some real live human contact, period. So your cousin said, how do you spice it up? Everything you said somebody said prior to. Spice it up. Listen, DM me, because it seems like we about to go off. Dinner time, you can fuck the same person and get a new person almost every time. Okay. Listen, if you got multiple personalities, you know, I got at least 2. I got like 2.5 personalities. So what bitch you want? I used to have a bitch call me by a different name depending on what type of time we was on. So I can definitely get, you know what, that I feel like I had an episode about keeping it spicy. Spice things up. I'll tag it, or yeah, I'll tag that on my website. Go check it out on my website. I will post that particular episode on my website just so y'all can see it, because it was from last season, I believe, but it definitely was a relevant topic. And because spicing it up is definitely important. If your sex life is whack and you don't want to cheat, or you don't want to be, you know, in that type of situation, then you have to just, you know, do what you gotta do, because you gotta do something, or you're just gonna be shorting yourself. That shit ain't gonna hold you or tell you how good that pussycat hit. Right. So I don't know how y'all do it. Me personally, I only masturbate to go to sleep. I can't. If I want to fuck that bad, I need to have human contact. Period. Season 3. Yes! Shout out to all my valuable and dedicated Talk to Me Tuesday viewers, because y'all be on it. But it is called Keep It Spicy or something like that. So I will post it on my website just so y'all can have it, and just to kind of lure y'all to the website. But what I did want to speak on, because the topic is over, the show is technically over, but I just wanted to do some housekeeping. So number one, of course, please check out my website. I am still working on it. So if y'all see any tweaks, feedback, or suggestions, definitely just DM me, hit me up, and let me know. But it's in my bio. It's justbeyou.tv.com. So it's up and running. I'm very excited about it. I have the last probably like few episodes, the most recent episodes of Talk to Me Tuesday are up. It's also linked to the events that I'm going to be speaking at. So this coming Saturday, I'm speaking at Stilettos in the Streets, which is a women empowerment event, free event for everybody. All women are invited. It's at Kensington Kappa High School from 2 to 6. I'm also going to be hosting Next Generation Melanin Moms Mother's Day brunch. So I'm going to post all the details for that. It is also going to be a free event for the next generation of moms. So any mom that you know that's 25 or under, please send her my way. If you would like to sponsor a mom, the event is free for the moms. But if you would like to sponsor the cause, if you would like to donate food, if you would like to volunteer to help cook or serve, I really would appreciate it. I appreciate all that you guys do. Make sure y'all check out my page for all of the events that I have coming up, as well as check out the website for the events and previous episodes. Of course, this episode will be uploaded on my page until tomorrow, and on my YouTube channel and on my website. But I love you guys so much. Hope everybody enjoys the rest of their day and the rest of their week. I will see y'all next week with a new topic. We might touch on keeping it spicy once again, or spicing things up once again. But as always, if y'all have any topic suggestions or questions, or if y'all need to talk outside of the show, always y'all can DM me, text me, email me, whatever. But I love you guys so much. Hope everybody has a good night.